Are you skinny but fat at the same time? Well, my friend, it looks like you are skinny fat. Here's what to do about it and separate yourself from the untrained masses of normies. Hey guys, today I just want to talk about what to do if you're skinny fat. I've had more than one person express to me that they want to get into fitness, but they're starting from a place which they think is nearly ground zero. So this video is going to be my take for anyone who's in that position of wanting to better themselves and just give them a little something to get started. Because like a lot of things in life when it comes to building habits, the hardest part is just pulling the trigger and getting started. And you'll find that it's nowhere near as bad as your brain has built it up to be. As you start, you'll build momentum and it'll get easier and more effortless. So first of all, let's define the term skinny fat. We can define skinny as a lack of muscle mass, and we can define fat as when you go to the toilet to take a piss and you look down and you can't see your penis. But in all seriousness, we can define fat as, I would say, over 20% body fat for a man and over 30% body fat for a woman. And you can Google what that looks like. Just put in body fat percentage male or body fat percentages female, and you'll get an idea of what 20 and 30% looks like. Now, typically people in this criteria are not conscious about the food choices they're making, and eating comes from a place of impulsivity rather than select choice. They have no concept of tracking calories or tracking macronutrients. They also tend to live sedentary lives with little to no intentional physical activity. The catalyst could be a comment somebody makes, or just coming to the realization yourself that you're out of shape and you want to do something about it. Whether it's to improve your dating prospects, become healthier, or it could just come out of insecurity and just wanting to feel better about yourself. These are all very justifiable reasons for wanting to get into better shape. So how do you know if you're skinny fat? Well, here's some examples of what I would consider to be skinny fat. Here's some examples of guys. We can see the hallmark features are a lack of muscle mass. We can see the dude at the bottom there, he's in a flexed pose, but there's no significant amount of muscle there. It's just body fat. They've got no neck or trap development. There's no significant development in the arms or the delts, and there's certainly no abs. And for women, it's the same. There's no significant amount of muscle mass. And we can see in these examples, these are just ones I found on Google, they've lost that nice feminine hourglass kind of figure. A lot of the fat is on the midsection and the arms. So that's what I would consider to be skinny fat. So now we know what it is, what's the solution? Believe it or not, the solution is actually incredibly simple, but it's hard to execute because in a lot of cases, it's going to require an overhaul of your current lifestyle and a shift into a focus that's going to be a lot more centered and focused on physical fitness. So let's break it down and address each part of the problem. We discussed earlier that skinny refers to a lack of muscle mass. So the solution is to build and develop muscle mass. Best way to do this is to sign up to a local gym, start lifting weights, focusing on progressive overload, which basically means every time you go in, try and get a little bit stronger, whether it's adding reps, adding sets, or increasing the weight over time. Or as an alternative, if you're not comfortable with that, because believe me, it can be quite scary. When I started lifting at 19, I was borderline anorexic for sure. I was 5'9" and I weighed, I think it was 125 pounds. I could barely even bench press the bar. Going to the gym was scary as fuck. I thought everybody was staring at me. But ultimately, 10 years later, I realized that was just all in my head. And the truth is, nobody gives a fuck about you in the best possible way. So I get it because I've been through it. And now when I see a new person at the gym, I've got nothing but respect for them because I know how scary it can be. But if signing up to a gym's too much, you can get a set of weights. You can find loads on Amazon, and you can start doing body weight exercises at home, like push-ups, sit-ups, body weight squats, that sort of thing. There's countless at-home fitness routines you can find on YouTube just to get you started and to build a little foundation. But really you should try and get to a gym ASAP, because this is where you'll get your best results. Now, the process of building muscle is also going to require you to need more protein in your diet. A good number to shoot for initially is 1 gram per 1.5 kilograms of body weight. So for example, if you're an 80 kilogram man, you want to aim for 120 grams of protein spread fairly evenly throughout the day. So that's how you address the skinny part. As for the fat part, in order to lose fat, you need to do one thing: consume less calories than your body needs to maintain its current weight. This is going to force your body to tap into its stored body fat as a source of fuel. So how many calories do you need to be consuming? In the description of this video, I've linked a free calorie calculator. So with the calculator, enter your stats and it should give you a good starting point to aim for. And you want to aim for maintenance calories. And if you're working out, this will let you do something known as a recomp, which in fitness terms basically means changing the composition of your body. So in this case, building muscle and losing fat. For intermediate and advanced lifters, you can't burn fat and build muscle at the same time unless you're taking PEDs. You have to go through designated blocks of cutting and bulking. Bulking is where you're eating above maintenance with the goal of adding muscle and strength, and cutting is eating below maintenance with the goal of dropping body fat percentage while preserving as much lean muscle mass as possible. But as a novice, you certainly can do both at the same time, especially if you're untrained and you have a significant amount of body fat, basically skinny fat people. They can do both at the same time. So here's 2 key action steps that you can take today. So number 1, sign up to a local gym, because this is a vital first step that needs to be done. But if that's too scary and you can't do it, get some adjustable kit off Amazon and start doing bodyweight exercises. And I want you to commit to doing that at least 3 days a week. And number 2, start tracking how much you're eating. Calculate how many calories you need for maintenance and use an app like MyFitnessPal to help with the tracking and to help hold you accountable. I've got a blog post for more information on this topic at enhancedplayer.com. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. And just remember, the only person holding you back is you. So get going.